Happy Sunday. Do I have a mic? I have a mic. I do have a mic. Holy cow. Oh, fourth already? Well, you got to get up pretty early to beat Nicholas. How's it going, guys? How's it going? John, Blackadder, thanks for being here. I just sent somebody to some of your handiwork the other day. They were looking to put wLED on a bulb, and I said, well, if it's been hacked, Blackadder knows how to hack it. So, how's it going, man? What's new for you? What have you been up to? Petra, Streetways, how's it going, Tony? Awesome. Hey, thanks for being here, everybody. So, got some fun stuff to talk about today. Fun stuff. We'll give everybody just about a minute, and then we'll get going on it, because I could very easily squirrel around quite a bit. Makes a change for me being here at all these days. Hope you're feeling good, people. We're feeling good. Are you doing good, Streetwise? What's up? You okay? Makes a change for me being here at all these days. Aw. Is it tough to get here? It's tough to have the time or something? Well, we're grateful that you're here, man. We're grateful that you're here. Hope you're doing well. Working on a script to extract Tuya local keys from Tuya OEM apps. Man, that's awesome. I have not messed with a Tuya thing in a long time. Still love Tasmota. Oh, Nick says the lake house internet is slow. Oh, but at least you're at the lake house. Dutch, how's it going? All right. Well, let's jump in, shall we? Shall we jump right in? Okay, I'm going to jump right in. We're going to start off with the title that's on the stream today, which is this new 3D printer. I actually have two new 3D printers, but today I'm only prepared to talk about one of them. So we're going to talk about this one. Elegoo has been the folks sending me printers lately. Get your stream nuts. I don't know if it's turned on or not. Blade, ever since Blade had a baby, Blade's baby just got in the way of all of our stream nut plans. Darn it, baby. Anyways, so Neptune, the Neptune 4. So if you've been watching the streams, if you've seen my discussions about 3D printers lately, the Elegoo Neptune 3 has been. They sent me the 3. This is their progression generally. It seems like they have the sort of basic model, right? This is the Neptune 4. Okay, then they're going to have, I'm sure, a 4 Pro, and then they will probably have a 4 Plus, and then they will probably have a 4 Max. And the Pro adds a couple things like dual Z motors and maybe some other things. And then the Plus will just get bigger and the Max will get even bigger. The big things that the Neptune 4 does versus the 3, let me tell you, the 4 prints really fast. It says 500 millimeters per second in meters. 500 millimeters per second. I've tried 500 millimeters per second. I don't know if it really went that fast. So I'll show you in a minute. We'll print something here during the stream so we can see how fast it goes and if it turns out. The default, when you go into their version of Cura here, the default is 250 millimeters per second, which is still 5 times faster than the default for the Neptune 3. So it's fast. It's definitely fast. I cranked it up to 500. I printed 2 things here. Look at these. I'll show you. Let me find my cameras. Okay. I printed these 2 little Buddha dudes. This one was at 250 millimeters per second, and focus is probably okay. I mean, it looks great, right? You wouldn't know the difference between this and one that was printed at 50 millimeters per second on the Neptune 3. It looks really good. And then I cranked it up to 500 and printed another one. Partway through, I ran out of white filament, so I had to change, and I changed to black. But it actually did that really smoothly. You really hardly can see any difference there. But it also turned out really good. But it didn't really print it that much faster. Like, I think this one took, I want to say 37 minutes, and this one took like 22 minutes. So it was faster, but it wasn't twice as fast, right? But it looks really good. I mean, it's been impressive. It moves, as you can imagine, something printing that fast with it's got a fairly big print head on it. It whips around. Like if you've got it on the desk, it kind of shakes the desk. one of their tricks, I think one of the reasons that they can do this, that they can print this fast, is this big fan. That thing on the back there, this is a big old bank of fans. It's got like 4 fans in it. And so when it starts printing real fast, that thing cranks up and starts blowing out like a jet. So it's a little noisy too, but I mean, you got to make some sacrifices if you're going to get a faster print like this. But it works. It prints really well. A couple other things one of the things I want to tell you that I really have liked about these Elegoo printers, and maybe others are doing this too. I haven't built another printer of a different brand for a while, so maybe they're doing this too. But when they give you the instructions to put it together, first of all, it's mostly already put together and mostly already set up. But when they give you stuff, they just little things like this just make it so worthwhile. Just little things like, oh, they tell you which screws are here and which ones you need and stuff. So I just appreciate that. It's just a little silly thing, but I appreciate that. They try and make it easy for you to put it together. And it really is pretty easy to put together, which is pretty nice. So the fast printing, the fan bank, I know what I'm holding on to as the last thing, but I'm just trying to remember if there's anything else to tell you about it. It's got all the usual stuff, like it does the auto bed leveling with the little sensor here, so you don't just like the Neptune 3 did. It's got a nice little touch panel that comes off. It's got an USB here, or you can do an SD card, or you can do a USB-C there. And then this is the biggest, to me, the biggest, most important part, besides the speed, LAN. It has an Ethernet port, and this is the default built-in web server control. That's amazing. So you don't need Octoprint. This you just plug into your network and it just shows up. And you can just drop stuff in here. You can watch it. You can control it. That's amazing. I have not seen that before. They certainly didn't have that on any of their others. The Neptune 3s didn't have that. But that is so nice. So, and I've gotten so used to like shuffling SD cards back and forth. With this, I don't have to. Isn't that awesome? I like Fluids, built for the Kipper firmware. Yeah, that's what this is. This is Fluid. It works pretty well. I don't know if this has the ability to like add a camera or anything silly like that. It might. I don't know. I haven't messed with it enough. You can see that I've printed a few things here, but I'm just impressed. Really impressed. Now this is going back to their page for a second. This is the Neptune 4. It's in pre-order. Excuse me. It's in pre-order. It's $260. I'm sure they're going to be coming out with, in fact, they might already be advertising them. So let's see. Oops, nope. Okay, so the Pro is going to come out. The 4 Pro is going to come out. And it will have a segmented heating bed. So that's kind of cool. Metal dual axis, dual Z. And I wonder what other things are making the jump on the Pro. But anyways, I've been very happy with these Neptune, the Elegoo Neptune series. The 4, adding the LAN, making it super fast. Hard not to recommend. I mean, it's solid. It's solid. So if you haven't got a printer, this is going to be a good one to get. Now let's look real quick at this. This is what we're going to print during the stream today. Okay. It won't be too noisy. It's over there on the desk, so hopefully it won't be too noisy. This is just like a pencil holder or something cool that I found on Thingiverse, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna print this. I wanted to show you the difference. So this is sliced for the Neptune 4 at 250 millimeters per second. It says it's gonna take an hour to print that. If I just switch that over to like my Neptune 3 Plus and slice it again, I've got it set to gray filament. That's why it looks like that. Don't worry about that. It's still at extra fast, but now it's only at 50 millimeters per second. It's going to take 2.5 hours. So it's half the speed, or half the duration, even though it's 5 times the speed. I think it's because there's a lot of in between. You know, some models maybe would be more of a difference, but regardless, it's twice as fast to get your print done. So this will be interesting to see if this thing turns out, or if it turns into a big old pile of spaghetti. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, so I have already sliced this. Here's my file. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to dump it right here into Fluid. And I've only done this once. I'm trying to remember how I load this up. I would bet I can just drag it and drop it here somewhere. Console jobs. Okay, here we go. I think there's another way you can do this too, but I'm just going to drag it right onto this jobs page. Yep, right there. Okay, so it uploads that. Great, so there it is, pencil holder. And I can just hit print, just like that. And now it's getting ready to print. And you can see the temperature just jumped up on the bed. It's gonna heat the bed to 60. And away we go. All right, so we'll keep tabs on it. We'll see how it goes during the course of the stream here. Okay, we'll come back to it. Anyways, Elegoo, thank you. The other printer that I have that we'll look at another day that I have not, because it's resin and it's more work, is the Saturn 312K. I think this is the one they sent me. Jackson's really been excited about this. He wants to print little minis for D&D and stuff. So they sent me this one. It's massive. It's a resin printer. It's got a huge display. It's 10 inches, which for these, to me, that's massive. So very interested to see how this performs. I have not played with a resin printer since the Creality one that they sent me in the middle of COVID 2020. I used a resin 3D printer twice. So we'll see. Hopefully this will be good, right? Hey, Russell. Yeah, I was on Superhouse TV. I mean, I wasn't on Superhouse TV. I was watching Jonathan do his stream. I miss old Jonathan. He was one of the first guys. Like, we're getting down to the point where there aren't that many old school Home Assistant YouTube guys. There's a lot of new guys that are better than we ever were, but Jonathan was one of the first guys that I used to watch when I was trying to figure out how to do Home Assistant and stuff. So it was good to see him. I just happened to be sitting down here doing some work yesterday, and he was on streaming, so I popped in. Highly technical stuff. You think I do technical stuff? I don't do technical stuff. I do caveman stuff compared to Jonathan Oxer. That dude's a genius. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun to be there for a few minutes. I held out and watched for a while. All right. Okay, so that's step one. We're going to watch this thing print. Did somebody said, is this a fork of Octoprint? I think it's completely different than Octoprint. It's completely different. Scary that 3D printers are that low in price, isn't it? Very tempted to get one. You should, with lots of those LED matrices all over my house. I would wait till the 4 comes out in the Pro or the Plus or the Max. The Plus and the Max are just nice because they're so big. But they're also, maybe you don't need big. I say that, maybe you don't need big. I would say wait for the Pro just for the dual Z axis thing and stuff like that. But yeah, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Neptune. And they don't give me kickbacks or anything. They give me free printers, but I don't get any commission or anything for saying that they're good. I really have had very good success with them. So anyways, okay, let's go on to the next thing. You guys ready to talk about the next thing? What's the next thing? Anybody remember? All right, we're going to talk about the magic chest. I want to talk about this for a few minutes. And then we're going to get into the, oh man, this camera's always so jacked up. Why are my cameras always jacked up? Every time. So you guys remember I've been showing off this sort of magic treasure chest thing a little bit. It's probably something that, like many of my favorite projects, it's not going to be all that relevant to everybody. But why would that stop me? But basically this is a little treasure chest, which is full of, well, I'll show you what it's full of in a minute here once I get this video sorted out. Okay, the printer has started over there. I hear it going. White balance, ugh, it's worse. Camera control, it's, no, contrast, brightness. Let's do focus. Let's do, not auto zoom. We're going to zoom back. There we go. We need a little more room. Maybe not quite that much room, but a little more room. Okay, great. So inside of this box, it's actually, I can't open it. I can't just force it open. I'll show you. But inside of this box is a Dig-to-Go with some LEDs and a servo motor and a speaker. Ready? So we're gonna play with this, and I'm gonna show you the progress I've made and why I think this is important, or why this I think could be relevant to people even who don't really want to have you know, a little Magic Quest game around their house. I think this is still an important thing that you could benefit from. All right, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to the this is the Dig-to-Go voice and the small chest. That's this guy. So I'm gonna open it. Oh, you can't see it. So right here, Dig-to-Go voice. It's got a servo control. It's got an LED control, and it's got a media player. It's actually a voice assistant too, so you could press the button and it'll open as well. Or it'll open. You press the button and it'll act like a voice assistant. But the button is not accessible. Don't worry about the button. I'm not doing this so much for that. I'm doing it for this, mostly for the speaker up at the Hobbit house. Okay, here we go. Oh. There it is. So it opens up. Got some LEDs in there. Closes again. Opens again. Actually, I think if I put this up here, maybe you can see it. Kind of, sort of. There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. This one. So right now it's open. And if I move this servo to 0, it'll close. Drew too much power, freaked out my monitor. Okay, so that's a nice part. That's a nice thing. We've also got LEDs in here, and when they turn on, they always turn on like super bright. So we're going to turn that down. Okay, and you can do some effects, which is pretty awesome. Whoa! I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but the fan just kicked on that thing. It's like a jet taking off. Yeah, it's loud. Anyway, so we can do some basic effects here. These effects are all from ESP Home. What I have found is running the colors and the speaker at the same time makes for a little bit of crackling, depending on what you've got the lights doing. If you just do this color wipe, it's not too bad. So it's kind of a glittery, blinky thing. Or if you just pick a color and just stick with it, it's pretty simple and doesn't do a lot of crazy stuff. All right, and then down inside there's your servo, and there's your little speaker. So the speaker, this is the most important part to me. Can you guys hear that thing? I'd be surprised if you couldn't, but can you hear that thing over there screaming? If not, that's great. If you can, I'm sorry. The voice part. So here's the voice part. Now, right now, Home Assistant, the Music Assistant is not working with ESP32 or ESP Home-based media players anymore. That's too bad. But you can still just browse your media, and you can either do text-to-speech like this. I don't know if you're going to hear this, probably not. Nothing's coming out. I wonder why. It might be coming out. It's just so quiet. We're going to turn it off, turn it back on, see if that works. Usually does. If you can't hear that printer, that's great, but it is loud and fast. Fast and loud. All right. Okay, this is back together here. Open that back up. Turn the light on. Okay. And now let's do the media player. My media. And we're just going to play Zelda Chest. There it goes. Probably can't hear it. So you can play anything through here. You can upload music because they've made this really easy to manage. So you can just go through and add media. search around on your hard drive, upload MP3 files. It does not play WAV files, doesn't play WAV files, if you still have some of those, which I do. But it does play MP3s just fine. So you can have it play a song. And then, of course, you can do text-to-speech, which is awesome. Can you hear it softly? Okay, so this is my little prototype that's going to be my desk. This one's going to be here in my office, here at this house on my desk. This one over here, which I really want to show you, and I'm going to have to... I'm going to need a longer extension. I have to unplug one of my matrices to make this work because I got to get it closer. Need an extension. I'm going to have to open it so that I can change the cord to a longer cord. Hold on. We're going to plug it back in back over here where you can't see it for a second. This one is the one that's going up at the Hobbit house. I had to plug it back in there so I can open it so I can change the cord to something longer. Isn't that funny? Should be this one. It's not started back up yet. There we go. Okay. Now, this one is a lot bigger. And inside there, I've got a bigger servo. I've got the same Dig-to-Go powering it. Instead of just having one little speaker and that little mono DAC / amplifier, I put in the little DAC that I bought. I can show you which one it is, the parts, but that's the DAC right there. So that converts what the Dig-to-Go says into analog, and then that's going into this amplifier. And then I put two much bigger, louder speakers on the back and kind of sunk them into the chest. The main reason for this, for me, and the thing that I think it makes it most useful is it's been difficult for me to have a reliable message sender. Does that make sense? So the thing that, sorry, I'm going to sneeze again. Hold on. Okay. In Home Assistant, I rely heavily on text-to-speech messages. I'm trying to, make it so that the house is talking to people. I want people to get a verbal message about what's going on. And I've been doing that for a long time. And the Google devices work pretty well. Thank you. Gesundheit. The Google devices work pretty well. The Elegoo devices work pretty well, but they've always, both of them, flake out on me from time to time. And I don't always know why. And it may be that I'm not updating everything that I should, or for some reason or another, they frequently will flake out. Both of them will. So my solution is this. This is going to be, besides kind of a cool decoration and a fun thing for kids to play with, because it'll open up and it'll have some lights in it and stuff. Besides that, this is really a home assistant speaker. Okay, that's what this really, really is. It's a home assistant speaker. What did somebody ask? Took a large chest like this from Hobby Lobby, cut a hole in the back, 3-gang electrical box, added 3 smart outlets for Christmas tree lights and window lights. This could be a new project. There you are. Send voice messages to the cabin. Yes, Nick, that's exactly right. You could hide small grandbabies in that one. Well, I was going to hide things for the grandbabies, but if you wanted to hide the grandbabies in there, I suppose you could do that too. You can hear it really softly. Okay, it's loud, man. It is loud. It's screaming over there. It's going. It's going. Okay, so I want to show you how loud this thing is. All right, so this is the beta one. So first I'm going to close the lid. Okay, and then I'm going to open the lid. And this servo has a much longer, we talked about this last week. I think it was last week. This servo has a much longer travel distance. So I can't go from -100 to +100. I'll break something. So I got to just go from like -75 to +75, and then it works out. That works out well. I also had an issue where I was using a kind of a thin, really just a copper wire from some electrical wire, you know, just some Romex. I just pulled out the copper and was using that as the arm to open and close the box right here. But for this box, because this lid is so much heavier, it wasn't strong enough. So I went out in the garage and just kind of rummaged around until I found something that I could use that would be stronger. And even this might bend eventually. Oh, what happened? Made some noises. Okay. Let's see if we can do the other thing. So the lights in this one, I didn't do too much with the lights in this one yet. It's a smaller strip of lights. I'm just going to put those along this inside edge right there and kind of aim them in like that, just so it gives a little bit of a glow. And then this is going to have like a faux bottom, and I'm going to throw just a bunch of like pirate coins and fake little plastic gems and stuff in there. So when it opens, it looks kind of cool. Probably let kids take a gem or take a coin or something. But this is the big part, the voice part. This is so much louder. We're going to do this. This is why when somebody said, do you want to send voice messages to the cabin? Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. I'm going to put it over here so the speakers are closer to my microphone. So I want these speakers. This is going to be in the kitchen. It'll be on a bookshelf. So this will be kind of up against the wall. Well, it won't be totally up against the wall. It'll be kind of next to the wall. And then when I need to, I'm going to make this announcement.
The hot tub is using too much power. The hot tub is using too much power. Turn off the heat and jets, or the power may fail.
So if you've been following along with me and the recent Whobbit-House journey as we've been renting it out for people, it's been really difficult to get that point across, that you can't run the hot tub heat and jets on the batteries, but people aren't getting it. It happened the other day again, and I was able to send a text message through Elegoo to make an announcement. I didn't have the phone number for the people, but I'm going to have this. I fortunately, I got the automation notification. So there's an automation that I set up that tells me when the hot tub is taking too much power, but I need it to announce it to everybody that's at the house. So that's what this is going to do for me. And I'm also going to have some fun with it. Like, because I can upload whatever media I want, I can also have like, well, I'm going to play this song and get a copyright strike probably, but. Right? So I can set it up so that when I want to, I can trigger that sound or whatever other sound I want for people up at the house. So that's the main purpose of it. And then it's just a very decorative, fun way to present it. What do you guys think? Real dollar coins. I thought about making it like just spray painting, nickels and dimes and stuff, but probably won't do that. Your homebrew ESP Home Sketch is way more reliable than Google and their resources. I mean, I haven't had trouble getting the text-to-speech stuff works reliably on this more than like Alexa or Google Home. Google Home is better than Alexa, but neither one of them is perfect. This has been so far much better, but we'll see how it goes. That needs to play when they walk in the front door the first time they're arriving. That's right, Marsh. That is right. And I did that for my boy, for Jackson. He took a bunch of his friends up there last like November. Or no, it was like February. And I set it up so that I would just, from Spotify, I just played on the Alexa that we have sitting up there. But with this, we could just have it just play. And when they get hopefully they'll get the Home Assistant music app again, the music assistant working again, and then it'll be even more reliable. So, but this is fun. This is fun and it's useful. And I think it's really pretty important as we're getting into the year of the voice. It's going to be more and more common, I guess, to have something like this where you've got a more homebrew version of a voice assistant versus Alexa and Google Home. So, yeah, 2 a.m. Create scripts that you trigger to do things like open the cover, say things, flash the lights, then shut it down, right? At 2 a.m. So rather than set them all up. So when I do have some. Let's look at what I have. Let's look at what I have done when I was experimenting with this thing. Because I did come up with, remember when I was doing parts of the for the phone, right? And I think it should still work. So I made I made an automation. Let's see, Magic Box Open, was this the one? I made a couple. They were both half-baked, but I think this was the one. Magic Box Open. Magic buttons changed to on. Okay, so this is one that is just, I just set the, I turn on one of the buttons over there, but the thing is, I wonder if this is magic button. This is one of the buttons on a land bond that I've got on the wall. Play media. Small chest. Oh, but it's not Magic Box anymore. So we need to change this now. We need to change this. So Magic Box was a different ESP 32. So now the one that I want is I have so many. Small chest. There's the one. Okay, so it's going to open the small chest. Oh, now I have to repick the media. So I'm going to go into the media and I'm going to have it play the Zelda song. I'm just hearing funny noises from that, so I'm checking on it. I don't know if this thing's going to work out or not. It'll be interesting to see how this thing turns out. Oh, it's coming off the bed. No, it's not going to work. It's going to fail. It's cracking and coming off the bed. I think it's probably it's curling and it's hitting when the nozzle goes down on it. Okay, So that it's going to turn into a pile of spaghetti. Should I just stop it before it does? Should I let it keep trying? See how far it'll get. It's cracking and coming off the bed. Oh. I'm just watching the carnage over there. I think I should stop it. Ugh. All right, we'll see. It does probably need a raft. It's dead. Finish it off. It might pull through. I wish I had a camera on it so you guys could tell me when it pulls through. Okay, so then we're gonna need to change. We're gonna do the light turn on, but we need to change which of these it is. So we need to do a different entity, and it's gonna be, it's the Dig-Octa voice pigtail, that one. And I want to set it to an effect. Oh, good. We're not going to set it to rainbow, though. We're going to set it to, I think it's color wipe. Kind of surprised. It's too bad that that's not a scroll down. That's okay. Okay, and then we're going to set the number on the servo. Again, these are all for different. I probably could have just made a new one, but we're going to set it on Dig-Octa voice servo. Okay. And we're going to set it to 100. So that'll open it. It'll delay for 15 seconds. Then it's going to go to the same one, to the servo, and we're going to close it. Dig-Octa voice servo minus 50. I actually think this one now goes all the way to minus 100. So that will be okay. It'll go to minus 100. And then we're going to turn off the light inside there. Dig-Octa pigtail. Okay, save. So now we're going to, let's go close it. Oh, it's off. Hold on. Here we go. It was doing pretty good, but there's just not enough bed adhesion, and I think it was hitting when it was sliding back and forth, and I think these are just, it was just not, maybe the nozzle's too close to the bed or something, but it was hitting these, and as it hit them, it would just crack it and bust it off the bed. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to get something printed before we finish. I could try I could print a purple Buddha. You guys want to see a purple Buddha? Could do that. Let's do that. Let's go here. Fluid, tool holder, Buddha, G code right here. 26 minutes. Should we just tell it to do that? Let's just have it print that. So we just go here to this model that's already been uploaded, and we just hit print, and it's going to just do its thing. Should do that just fine. Do this in a script, then you can call it from other automations. It will then just add a service call to your hot tub notification automation. Okay, let's play around with that. Oh yeah, 250 millimeters per second. It's done. Who are you asking such off-topic questions? Who's asking the off-topic questions? We'll never pull through at 250 millimeters. Yeah. You were right. You were right. You were right. You were right. Okay. Let's close this first thing. We're going to go back here. We're going to close it first. Okay. This, we're going to close it. Turn the light off. Oops, wrong light. Turn the light off. Close the lid. And then we'll go back to our automations and we'll tell this thing to run. So much for my reliable voice thing. It's not, didn't play anything. I wonder why. Might be because it's drawing more power than it can provide. Let's try and plug it into something other than my computer, because when I do that, it like shuts off one of my monitors. Should not be plugging this into my... All right. Let's try this again. Now, you're not going to be able to see it because it's over here. Oh, actually, we can do this. It's a little upside down, but you got it. You get the idea, right? All right, so let's try this again. Hey, Mike47, how's it going? Ofer, how's it going? Okay, we're going to try this again. Run. Oh, it hasn't turned back on all the way yet. Okay, now we're back on. Now we're going to run it. I don't hear it. I wonder if it's the, I wonder if the lights are drawing too much power. Remember what I said about how reliable this was? Okay, it works when I did that. Okay, it doesn't want to play that song. What the... Wonder why it's doing that. It's being random in when it's deciding to play. That's no fun. Huh. Neptune 3 Pro just a week before they announced the new 4. Dope! Mike broke it by showing up. Could be. Dang it, Mike. Yeah, that's weird. It's not playing anything. We're going to sort that out. I tell you right now, we're going to sort that out. Can't have that. I would expect it's probably a power problem. Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of what I have it plugged into now. I do have it plugged into something, but maybe not, probably not that good. This is a good one. All right, let's try this again. First, we're going to do the text-to-speech. Okay, that's working fine. Hey, Francis is here. How's it going, Francis? Okay, so that's that. Let's try and play the songs. Okay, that's working fine. Let's try and play this song. That's working fine. Okay, I know you guys can't hear it, but I can. Let's try it with the lights on this time. Maybe it's the lights. Maybe it's a power issue. So if we turn the lights on, seems like if it stops working, if the audio doesn't work once, it's gonna just not work after that. So let's see if it's gonna work now. Okay, it's working. Use that exact charger hidden in a vintage radio with my old Chromecast audio left. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay, these are all working now. So I wonder if, let's go here. Maybe, you know what, it might be because of the brightness. What if I set this brightness all the way up? I'm trying to break it now. And then I play it. All right, that worked. Let's go to the light again. And let's set it to an effect. Color wipe. All right. And it's still at 100%. It's working. It's working again. Okay. Well, then let's go back to that automation. So Sir Goodenough says set it as a script. So let's set it as a script, and then you can just do call script, right? And then you can just say, you can just call the script in each automation that you want to do that, right? You don't have to call it every time. I like that plan, so let's do that. Let's do that. Sir Goodenough, he's a smart guy. He gives good advice. So let's go to here, and we're going to make a script. Let's make one with the big chest this time. Should we do that one with the big chest? USM cord sketchy or thin? USM? What's USM? You mean USB? It shouldn't be. It is just jumper wires in there. I don't know how much. If Quindor comes by, he can tell us. He can tell us how much power we can get off the pin. So we're using the pin off of the Dig-to-Go, which is probably not the best way to do it. It's probably better to like bring the USB in, go to like a power, not a power strip because we're talking little 5-volt connections, but just a little something to distribute the power a little bit better, which I did do in the big box. So let's look at the big box instead for a minute. So in the big box, I am coming off of the Dig-to-Go still for the power, but then I'm going to, where am I going to? This amplifier. And then that way the amplifier gets the full power, and then from the amplifier, it's going to the other things. The volume is set at 0. Oh, good question. Is the volume set at 0 in the automation? That's a good question. Let's check. Didn't even think about that. And then, magic box open. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, play media. Here it is. No, I guess it doesn't really give us the option. It doesn't really give us the option. Let's just see though if it was a problem with that. So let's go back. Sorry, you can't see. Okay, so now it's closed. And we're going to go back here again, and we're going to run this, and we're going to see. Worked perfectly. Worked perfectly that time. So it had to be, maybe it was something with the power, maybe it was just something with a wire, maybe when I moved it, something jogged loose in there a little bit, but it's worth it. Also worth setting volume in the script in case people muck with the volume later. Good point. Good point. Especially on this bigger one, because this big one, not that anybody should get in there, but, you know, people that rent your house, they do all kinds of things. But this has actually a little volume control. This will all be covered. Nobody will be able to get into that. But yeah, you would think nobody would get into it. Okay, let's set it up as a script. I don't do a lot of scripts, so this will be great. So we're going to add a script, create a new script. The new script, we'll call it big box open. Okay, icon, let's try MDI chest. Nope. Treasure. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a treasure chest. Nice. Okay, big box open, mode single. Should be fine. So sequence, let's add an action. Okay, the action is gonna, first action is gonna be, first let's have it play a song. The first one's gonna be, Media player. Play media. Play media. Okay. We're going to choose the entity. It's going to be this beta. Dig-Octa beta speaker. That's this one. Okay. Content ID. Content type. How did I get that to do that on the other one? Let's look at this other one. I don't remember what that one looked like. I might have had to like call it as music or something like that. I can't remember. So let's look at it and see. Play media. That's it. Huh. Content ID. Content type. So this didn't just let me pick it like that other one did. That's interesting. The ID of the content to play, platform dependent. I like this a lot better. So I guess the media player action, and we'll just look at it in YAML. The media player action in the automation is different than it is in script. Huh. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this data. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. We're just going to copy all that because it should be about the same. We're going to go to the script here. We're going to change this to YAML. And we're going to get rid of this data and put that in. All right, so now it'll play the same song. I wonder if I go back into Visual Editor. Okay, now I go to Visual Editor. Now it looks like this. That was weird. I wonder why. Wonder why it was different. Why it wouldn't let me just select it. Hello, Nate. Okay. All right, so that should play the song. All right, so that's good. We're gonna go back to the YAML or to the Visual Editor. Okay, and then we're gonna have another action. The next action, I actually want it to start playing. Then I want to delay for a minute. Need to play a random array of media when calling the script. Well, that would be interesting. That would be interesting, HA Junkie. What? How would that look? Can you do it and show us? Okay, so now we're gonna do a delay. Wait for time to pass, and not too much time. I don't know how long, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna just have, because it kind of builds up, right? So we're just gonna have it do like, we'll do 3 seconds. We'll have to time that so that it opens at the right part of the song, you know? Looks like I need to do an issue on the script editor again. Okay, so it's gonna delay 3 seconds, then it's going to turn on the lights. So now we're gonna do a call service. We can do it as a device, maybe. Can we do that? Do a light. Nope. Dig-Octa voice. Set a value for the Dig-Octa voice servo. Let's actually turn on Dig-Octa voice pigtail. Well, and then again, it doesn't give us all this stuff. Maybe that's because of the device. Maybe we need to go back and change that from a device action to a, we'll just have it call a service instead. So I was trying to do this the fancy way, but instead we're going to do it the older ways. So we're going to just do call service instead. So call service is going to be light turn on. And then we're going to pick the light. It's going to be the Dig-Octa pigtail 2. And then we're going to pick the, we can pick the brightness. This will be nice. We're going to set the brightness. Oh, we're going to set the brightness to only about half. I don't want it to be too bright. Brightness step value. Change the brightness by an amount. Oh, that's cool. Change brightness by a percentage. Oh, okay. It would be nice if you could go like a little bit at a time, but that's okay. We're going to do the effect, and we're going to, once again, we're going to do color wipe. because I think that one looks cool. It's kind of blinky and flashy, so that'll be great. Okay, so anything else? Should be good here. Okay, so we're going to add another action. Did we open the thing yet? We turned the light on first. Delay, then we turn the light on. So the song starts, there's a delay, then the light comes on. Now we're going to have to open the... We're going to have to open it. Let's try device again. I don't know if device will show up for servo, but maybe it will. Oh, actually, no. It'll be the Dig-to-Go voice is the device. And then, yeah, set a value for the servo. Great. So we're going to set a value for the servo. We're going to set it at 100. Great. So that's open. Boing. Great. So then we're going to, we need to let it finish. So it's probably going to need another delay. Wait for time to pass. I don't know how long that little song is. We could look and see. Let's actually look at it. Music, music, music. I feel like I'm talking really loud because that thing is so loud. It's almost done though. All right, daily disclosure. Thank you for following. Let's do something fun. We're just gonna play the little unicorn guys. I need more opportunities to play those things and use those things. All right, here we go. We're gonna get some songs here, sound bites. Is that what it is? Oh no, it's not here. I don't remember where it is actually. Ringtones? No. Huh. I don't remember where I put it. Let's see if we go here, if we can look at our media, and if it'll tell us how long it is. It's not playing. Nothing playing. That one just likes to not play. Freaking out on us. Freaking out. I broke something. Okay, nothing playing. Doesn't like that song. All of a sudden. Just play it on the browser. It's 10 seconds. Okay, so we want it to open at 6, and then we want it to wait a few seconds and then close. Okay, well, let's go back to this and change a couple things. So now that I listened to it, I know that it's going to open. I want it to open at number 6. And then we'll have it delay another. We'll have it delay another 6, and then it'll close. That way it'll play the song. It'll be open for a couple seconds, and then it'll close. Okay, great. All right, and then the next action is going to be again the device, and the device is going to be the beta voice, and we're going to set a value for the servo. Oh, wait, this one is the big one, so we got to be careful with these value for the servo. We don't want that to be 100. We need this to be 75. 100 is too far for the servo. Okay, and then it'll close that, and then we'll turn off the light. Will be the next thing. Device, and then we're going to do the beta again, and we're going to find the light, turn off. Okay, I think that's it. Shall we check it out? Should we try it? Let's close this. Looking at it here. Oh, actually, I wonder if we could. Do you want this on it instead? No, that's okay. This one's fine. All right, closing the chest first. Closing the beta chest. Ooh, I need to probably change it to not even minus 75, but probably to a little more than minus. Yeah, minus 50 is actually enough. Let's go back. Let's change that again. $75 is fine for opening. The closing is what I'm worried about. I don't want this thing to go smash, break my servo. Okay, I think it's ready to run. You ready? Should we give it a try? Let's give it a try, see if it's going to work. Okay, run script. Nothing's happening. It opened up the wrong chest. What did I do? Oh, Dig-Octa voice servo. Oops, this is the wrong servo. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Oh my gosh. Dig-Octa voice beta. Uh-huh. Okay, that's gonna open it. Sorry, none of that opened. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Yeah, haven't seen you in a while. Value for the servo, minus 50, turn off. But it didn't play. Didn't play. Let's try it again. It's not playing. The lights came on. No, the lights didn't come on either. Well, it opened and closed. Okay. It didn't play. Interesting. Why would it not play? It says action run successfully, but it didn't. I mean, it says it's doing it. If you look at the trace, it says it's doing everything. Just didn't actually do it. So what if we go back here and try and play something? I wonder why. Why you give me grief? Can I like reload this or something? Maybe in the integration, in the ESP home integration. I'm wondering if I need to do a reload. Is that a service call? Can you do a reload as a service call? Because streaming. Yeah, that's right. That is the truth. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. It's not playing. And the lights aren't coming on either. Did I do the wrong lights? Dig-to-go voice pigtail. Huh. Well, this isn't how it's supposed to go. Because streaming. It's crazy. Everything will work here. Let's see. Okay, so let's open the box. Let's turn on the light. Yeah, the light turns on. And let's try and play something. Does not want to play. Ooh, our Buddha's done. It's done. Our man, thank goodness, stop making so much noise. So like, there's no way to, once this is like unresponsive, it's unresponsive. Oh, that's really messing up my whole mojo. I wonder why. The only way to fix it is to turn it off. Look at the log in ESP Home when you run the script. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's go to, we're going to do two windows here. We're going to go to ESP Home. Hi, guys, by the way. Thanks for being here. Go to ESP Home. We're going to go to beta logs. Okay. And then we're going to go to the script. And we're going to run it. Now it's working. Now it's working. Of course, that's the wrong. Run just that single action from the script editor and see if it works. Yeah. So it worked. It just needed to power off and power back on. I don't like that. That's a problem. That's a big problem. That is a big problem. But then I also realized that this is the wrong file. See, it didn't give me any issues, right? Small media chest. And then the settings, like there's no errors anywhere. So it must just be a power thing with the Dig-to-go, I wonder. It's not, yeah, this is not a 3D printer. No. The 3D printer though just finished. Let's grab it. So here it is. Beautiful little dude. He looks great. Printed at 250 millimeters per second. Focus, focus. There it is. Printed in whatever that was, 30 minutes or something. Looks good. Looks real good. It is fast. It is very fast. That's so two big things about this printer, Tim. It's fast and it has this web interface built in. So it's kind of like Octoprint, where you can it's on your network and you can just oh, I didn't see that. It's got like this thing too. You can just drop files in here and you can manage everything from here. Pretty sweet. Hey, Keaton, how's it going? Man, oh man. All right. Well, back to this for a second. So what I'm trying to do though now, Tim, we're working on this big treasure chest, which the main purpose of this big treasure chest is to have a ultra reliable text-to-speech, because sometimes the text-to-speech fails. But what I'm noticing is that I guess it fails no matter what you're using. Sometimes. Doggone. All right, let's change the song, however, because that was the wrong song. Let's change the lights, because these lights, I have a lot of lights, or not as many lights, so it's not very bright for a big old chest. So let's turn the lights way up on the brightness. And then we're going to do the song. And it's the wrong, this is the wrong song. Aha! So if I click on that, then I can click a different song. Okay, this one. Now it's going to be the big chest. Okay. All right, we're going to try it again. Ready? And we'll watch the logs. Okay, here goes. Okay, I hear it. That's good for me. I think it needs to be a little bit long. Reload command. Ooh. Thank you, Sir Good Enough. That's awesome. I may need to do that, although the reload didn't work, but I'm still going to probably have to incorporate that somehow. Finally started a process of replacing every single switch in my house. Oh my gosh. Are you adding the smart switches, or are you taking out smart switches? Because I gotta admit, I'm gonna be taking out some smart switches. If they're not being used, I'm just gonna take them out. The kids aren't gonna use them, and the wife's not gonna use them. I'm gonna take them out. Okay, that worked, except this delay was not long enough. So we need this delay to be a little bit longer. So we're going to do 8 seconds on the delay. And then let's do a little bit longer delay here too. We'll do 7 seconds on that. Okay, we're going to try it again. This time we're going to let you watch it. We're going to watch it happen. Watching it live. Okay, here we go. Running script. You should be able to hear that. It's plenty loud. That's so fun. The lights are not doing their thing at all, though. Oh, gosh. Almost got my fingers. It's nice to be able to kill all the lights in the house when you leave, for instance. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if it was just me in the house, it would be different. If it was just me, it would be different. But it's not. But I haven't had any like major problems in a while with the house, with the lights or anything. So this is still too high. I'm going to make this minus 30. Oops, minus 30. And then something's wrong with the lights. So rather than just to go pigtail, oh wait, Dig to go pigtail. That's right. It's the wrong, got the wrong light entity here. This is what happens when you have too many magic chests. The beta is the one I want. Light Dig to go voice beta. That's the one I want. Doofus. Color wipe. Okay. Now I think we're finally got it right. And then we can move on. I think that is so cool though, that it plays the song before it opens, and then it opens at the right time. Yes! 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 Phew! All right. Well done, everybody. Well done. Yay! Let's do some yeehaw. Didn't quite close all the way, so I'm going to just find the magic number for the script, or for the closing this. Default value for the servo. We're going to go minus 35, just to barely close it. And then I think we're going to give it a little bit more time, because as it is, that's probably going to catch somebody's hand in there. No, maybe even a little more. Let's give them 15 seconds. Okay. Okay. Last time. 3D print some blue rupees. Yeah. That's so fun. And then, oh, look at me. I got a gold coin. Oh, yeah. Okay. But you got to get your hand out of there before too long, or this thing will take it off. Perfect. Yay! Awesome. 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 All right. Is this interesting to anybody but me? I hope so. I hope so. That would be a great idea. Actually, I do have some stuff. I need to print some rupees. Maybe I should print some rupees on the printer here, huh? I think I'm just going to buy some gems from Amazon. Call it good. Throw some gems, throw some cheap gems in there and let kids take them. This is for my grandkids. So in the game, the chest will actually stay cracked open a little bit when the item inside is taken out. Will actually stay cracked open a little bit when the item is taken out. So it stays open after you take it out? What do you mean? You know what I should probably do is like give people a warning. This is what we'll do. Have it close part way. So people go, oh, and they take their hands out and then waits like 1 or 2 seconds and then it closes the rest of the way. And then when you want to run the automation, when you want to run it in an automation. So now we're going to say, so we now want to, let's go to an automation and let's go to that one big box, the one big automation. Let's just do this. We're going to create an automation, create a new automation. The trigger is going to be, what is something, what do they say in Zelda? Maybe change the light to red for a bit and then close as a warning. Good idea. Maybe have it strobe for a second, like red strobe, set it to red, set it to strobe for a second, have it close part way, stop, and then have it close all the way. I'm just trying to think of how people could totally screw this up. And that would definitely be a way that somebody could screw this up is they'd be grabbing at it and they don't know when it's going to close, right? Let's do the trigger. Ooh, a sentence. We could make the trigger a sentence. I did the Harry Potter thing before. We could try that. My chair is really squeaky. Do you guys hear my chair squeaking? Aloha Mora. Okay. That's it for that. I only want one sentence. Okay, Aloha Mora. And then the action is just going to be call service. And then the service is going to be, what is it? Script. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Okay, we're going to do that one. I have to play a creaking noise when it closes. Oh, yeah. See? This is why everybody needs to build one, okay? All of you guys need to build this. Tell your friends. Everybody needs to build this. It's way cooler than to be wasted on just me. Script big box open. So that's all I got to do. Script big box open. Response variable. This service can return a response. If you want to use the response, enter the name of a variable the response will be saved in. Oh, so it can like say, oh, it activated the script. So name of a variable. I don't know how to play with that yet. I do like though when the sentence is said, or this one, I like what you said. I'm just going to copy that, Keaton. Just going to copy that. Shouldn't use punctuation. Fine. There we go. Okay. Better than never. Hey, Jerry, how you doing, man? Add a laser to detect if a hand is in the box or not. Yeah, that's true. You could do like a line break or something. Okay. So we're going to save this automation. And we're going to just call it big box. Big box open. I don't know why that didn't overwrite when I did that. Save it. Okay. Now, let's see if my Home Assistant voice telephone is still working. It's been a while since I played with it. It isn't safe. Oh, it didn't hear me. Let's try that again. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. He doesn't like it. Aloha Mora. Yay! All right. And so now you can have a variety of different automations that run the same script. That was Sir Goodenough's point, was you could trigger this based on whatever a bunch of things are. And you just, and since it's a script, you don't have to redo all those set things in the automation every time. You can just say, run that script and it'll just open. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. You guys want to keep playing with this? I could keep playing with this. What else should we do? Oh, we can do some matrices. Do you guys want to do the matrices? What do you guys want to do? You tell me. What's on your agendas now? We've got to play with my pet project, which is way exciting for me. What about you guys? I could tell you a thing. Hello, Shadow. Welcome to your first time talking in the chat. We're going to play something for you. We'll just do this. Welcome, welcome, Shadow. And if it breaks, there's one place to fix it. That's true too. There's one place to fix it. You don't have to go. That's maybe even the better thing, right? When you want to change it. Like if I want to adjust all this and say, there's the line break, or changing the colors, making the colors flash, or adding the creaky noise when it closes. You can do all those things in one place. Can you add a webcam to that printer? You know what? That's a great question. I don't know. How do you spell it? DD webcam. Webcam. Looks like you can. Have you guys signed up for this? I don't know if I'm semi-regretting it, but this is Google's new AI thing that they will let you opt into, and that's supposed to enhance your search. Fluid lets you configure and add multiple 3D printers and webcams on a single Raspberry Pi. Yeah, but what if it's already in the printer? How do I connect a webcam to Fluid? We can try it. Plug the USB cam into your Raspberry Pi. I don't have a Raspberry Pi. Log into your Fluid instance, open settings, and go to the camera options. Let's just go to here, settings. That's not that settings. Settings. Cameras. Add a camera. Enable, name. URL, webcam, action stream. I wonder, so maybe if I have a USB camera, let me look. I do have some here. I do have some USB cameras. Big surprise. I have lots of cameras. This one probably be the easiest one. I mean, I have like Blink, or this one's an Arlo. I've got these other Foscam. Those aren't really USB cameras though. What is this one? Oh yeah, this one's a Blink. I don't think those would work. This Arlo one, or this, Yi camera might work. It's fine. It's like 100 degrees outside here. So finally, hopefully it'll start to get hot enough that all these plants will start dying, and I won't have such bad allergies. All right. I don't know if this has data. This cable. We'll give it a try. So if this doesn't work, hey, how's it going, Built by Ross? If this doesn't work, what would be a good USB camera? So what we should probably do, those of you with Google at your fingertips, it's all of you, what would be a good USB camera to use? Let's figure it out, because this would be really cool. Hey, Peter, how's it going? Thanks for saying hi. All right, so we're going to add a camera. And, I mean, we're just going to call it the Yi camera for now. We don't need, I don't even know. Let's see if it's even going to show up. Like, how do I even know if it's working? Fans and outputs. Camera, if you're using multiple, add a new camera in the fluid web interface. So I need to add a new camera in the web interface. It's probably here. It's not going to be there. Oh, cameras. Yeah. Okay. So it's not it. There it is. It's showing up, but it's not there. Okay. And that's probably the camera's fault. Right. That's going to be the camera's fault. That's not, I just happened to grab whatever webcam I could finally get. I use a cheap Logitech H270. Oh, really? These are cheap and come with a light. Hey, how am I? Hey. Oh, that's probably John. How am I in the chat? All right, let's see what we got. So Good Enough says these are the ones. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is cheap. And it has a light. How's it going, Gers? Here's part of what I was looking at. You guys, for the chest, right? For the treasure chest. Looking at some of these, coins, just fake little gold coins. These little gems. And it's like, these are like 100 of these for like whatever, $10, $12. So they're like 10 cents a piece. So it's totally worth like letting the grandkids or somebody take some home, right? Could you do a permatrack video for puck lights? Great question, Jonathan. And the answer is yes. So I am in the planning stages of, we're going to do John's house actually, and we're going to redo some of my house. And for this year's permanent Christmas light video, because I'd be a fool to not do one every year for the rest of however long it lasts. But for this year's video, I do want to discuss the options again. And puck lights are something that a lot of people are choosing mostly because that's what a lot of the commercial guys are selling, like Jellyfish or Trim Lights or those guys. I don't know if any of you have those in your area, but a lot of what they're selling is puck lights. So I think you should know what's available as far as those go and what the pros and cons are of all of them. So I'm going to include that. And we are supposed to be getting Permatrack pucks, but I don't know where that's at. That was supposed to be a thing a while back. I don't know where we're at on that. Not a fan of fluid. Mainsail. Is that right? Built by Ross. Mainsail. I'm just a fan of fluid because this is what came on that printer. This is what comes on that, this Elegoo 4 printer. So pretty awesome. I just need to have a camera that's going to work with it. So, which I don't have at the moment. I'll find one that works. Let's just Google real quick. Did Sir Good Enough, this one that you looked up, that printer or that camera, was that one that you Googled and it says this one will work? Full HD webcam, LED night vision, 360 webcam for LCD screen. I don't know about 360. That looks like a pretty simple thing. Ooh, 2 stars. Ouch. I might spend $15 and get one that's more than 2 stars. Let's just Google what webcam works with fluid. the trick may be that this is not a Raspberry Pi. Is that a Nest camera you're trying to use? It's a Yi camera. It's Yi. That's it. I used to have a couple webcams, but they're all gone. I don't know what I did with them all. Setting up multiple cameras. Yeah. Not the greatest res, but has a light built in and good enough for spaghetti detection. Is that what you're using? Are you using that? Does Fluid do spaghetti detection too? No way. Yeet camera. I'm gonna yeet the camera is right. No, it's a Yi. Y-I for some reason. Yeah, we need to find another one. You use those? Okay. Well, that's probably good enough then. I'll ask the Elegoo lady what cameras work good. I'll ask the person, because this is not going to be, also yeet that across the room. It's not a Raspberry Pi, right? The brain of this printer is not a Raspberry Pi. So, but maybe, Fluid is Fluid no matter what it's running on. As long as it can run Fluid can recognize and import camera streams. Is that what we're assuming? Manual spaghetti detection. John, you want to check this out? Check this out, buddy. Watch this. I've been trying to convince Gers here. Well, not trying to convince him. I have convinced him. He's going to be starting to do Home Assistant pretty soon. I'll show you how it works on because I'll use my phone. Okay, you've seen me kind of do this before, but this is a new one. Aloha Mora. Can you hear it? It's playing Zelda. It's building up, building up, building up. And then don't get your finger in there. And then down it goes. Just enough time for you to grab a couple gems. Ooh, I want that one. I want that one. Oh, almost bit my finger off. All right. Should really be any camera. Maybe a restart? That's a good point. We should try that. We could try that. Do we need a hard restart, do you think? Or can we just do... we just probably do a restart in the settings here or something. I could just turn it off, turn it back on, see if it works. Why not? I'm also not 100% sure that webcam or that nearly a finger down. I'm not 100% sure that cable is a USB cable with data. So I should probably make sure that the camera will not work. The USB cord is for power only. If it's, yeah, that's true. It might be. And it could be that, and it could be that the USB, no, I definitely, the jack on there is definitely okay. Oh. Must not be. We'll give it some time to start up. You don't need an extension on the camera. Just plug it direct to the USB. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, it didn't have a cord on it. That's right. So I just had to grab a cord. And I just grabbed whatever one I had. I guess whatever USB cable I had. Um, while we're discussing this, have you guys been following any of the chatter that we've had about what we're calling Project Atlas? Has anybody? Some of you guys have. I know I saw like Marsh, and I don't remember seeing Stubbs or Turtle here, but some of you guys, especially the LED dudes, the pixel heads, have been watching. Project Atlas. Let me just tell you what it is. It is a I'm sure you've seen the Las Vegas sphere by now, right? Everybody has seen this Las Vegas LED sphere, okay? And it can look like the moon. It can look like an aquarium. It can look like an eyeball. I mean, the thing is, it's massive. It's, a couple $1 billion. And George's like, you guys are crazy. Yeah, we are crazy. It's going to be, we've started down this path, and I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know how exactly things are all going to turn out, but we want to build a smaller one. Do you really want to know? Yeah, you do, Lawrence. You do, because it's going to be one way or another, whether it's an epic success or whether it's an epic failure, it is going to be epic. So we are planning out all the stuff about to make this. And one of the differences is in the way that we're designing it is instead of having like, there are some globes now, like there are LED globes. You can even buy LED globes like from AliExpress, but the globes that they have, most of them are just a string from the top, a string of LEDs from the top to the bottom, and then just multiples of those. Well, the problem with that is that means if you've got 20 of those ribs coming down. So at the top, the very top, you've got 20 pixels all really close together. In the middle, you've also got 20 pixels, but they're really spread out. I mean, if all you want to do is just kind of make it light up, change colors, maybe. But if you want to make it look like an eyeball or a pumpkin or a basketball or a snow globe or something crazy like that, you need to do it differently. It needs to be designed more like a matrix, but a matrix that has 50 LEDs at the bottom, and then the next one up maybe has 75, and the next one up has 80, and the next one up has 85, and the next one up has 90, and the next one up has 92, and you go like that, and then you get fat around the middle, so you've got a lot in the middle, and then you go skinny again towards the top, and it's laid out like a matrix. So you've got just a shorter number. So when you lay out your display, what you want to show on it, that's what you're working with. So that's the path we've started down. Gers said he had something to present on Project Atlas. Do you? Do you have something? Oh, do you want to show it? Oh, you want me to show it? I can show it. Do you want me to show it in the Discord? There is a sub channel under the LED lighting channel now for Project Atlas. And I know John just shared, here it is, this. I should have just pulled this up. So this is an actual CAD representation of what this thing would be. It would be 8 feet across, 6.5 feet from the top to the bottom. And then from on the bottom, I think it's going to have the very top circle is only about a foot around, and it has like, what did we decide, John? Like 40 pixels. These are all an inch apart. They're an inch apart this way and an inch apart that way. If we get this thing built as it is right now, 20,000 pixels, 335 pounds, somebody calculated, and I don't even think that was including the supports. That was just the weight of the pixels. Okay, so by the time we have all the supports and stuff, the thing's going to be 400 plus pounds. So we're going to have to put some really heavy duty wheels on it, I think. It's going to be, it's going to be, what did we decide, guys? Like six power supplies. I don't remember how many, 100 and something amps, or maybe it was a couple hundred amps. I mean, it's insane. It's going to cost us thousands of dollars to build this thing, but won't this be freaking amazing? How are you going to power that generator? So I mean, we're just going to have, so that's going to be a little tricky. We should think about this, John. We got to think about this. We've got to do something so that we can get in there, right? Because we're going to make all these connections, but like I was thinking that most of the stuff would be inside there. Yeah, 600 amps at 12 volts. 600 amp power supplies. Oh, it's going to take more than a Dig to go. Yes, it is. It's going to have its own dedicated culp, I'm sure. Half a dozen Dig-Octas. Yeah, it's going to be nutty. It's going to be nutty. But it's going to be epic. Whether we build it and fail or whether we build it and it's a success, it's going to be epic. Batteries, oh my gosh. I mean, you could have, even a generator wouldn't be enough. Maybe it would be. Yeah, we're going to have to, how are we going to get in there? Or either we get in there or we build it on a platform. Maybe this is what we do. This is probably a smart thing to do. So we build at the bottom of it, the base is a platform, and then all the stuff inside, all the stuff we really need to get to, the controller, the power supplies, everything else is inside. And we start building it. Where should we start building it from? Should we start building it from the bottom? And we just do the wires as we go. With this team, we can make it happen. You're doggone right. Run that on 24 volts to get the amps down. That's not a bad idea, but then we would have to find 24 volt pixels. I don't have 24 volt pixels. I have access to lots of 12 volt pixels. And the strip that it's in, the strip that it's in is just this. It's just this stuff. What do you guys think? John, did you want to join in on the stream? Is that what you're saying? We could do that. It's going to be hot in there too. You imagine get inside that thing with it running. Oh man. This is bonkers. You're right. You're right, Jerry. This is bonkers. Yeah, let's have you join, John. Let's have you join. We'll finish off the stream. We'll just talk about this 600 amps at 100% brightness. Yeah, I think it is. It will mostly be, less than that, but we have to be prepared to be able to supply that. All right, let's see. How are we going to get you in, John? You want to do a call? Why don't you call me, Gers? Oh, wait, are you already there? No, you're not. Oh, yeah, you are. Let's do this.
You want to do a call?
Oh, but now you got to mute me.
Why don't you call me, Gers? Oh, wait, are you already there?
All right, let's see what we got here.
Is this working?
I can hear you. Let me see if they can hear you. Let me see. Sing a song or something.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
Okay.
So there's Gers.
Awesome.
Okay, so what are you working on? Tell us.
Well, I just got back from church, so I came to rush to the stream because it's that important. But I can go a little bit more into the details of the mechanics of it and show that. So let me share my screen.
This is awesome.
All right, you'll have to hit the watch stream button so that they can see it.
Okay.
All right, can everybody? I can't see any of the questions, Justin, so you'll have to feed the.
I will watch the questions. Yes, sir.
And can you guys see this?
Yeah, they can see it. I know
Okay.
they can, and
Okay.
and they can hear you.
Excellent. So yeah, this is the madness. It's gonna be absolutely stunning. It's like I love the look of this. Like when it will go into the perspective view over here. Let's turn that on. I never use perspective view, but I turned it on, and I think it's gonna just be awesome. It's gonna be so cool. There. Now I'll stop moving around so that it catches up. But so what we were thinking is that, and we've still got lots of things to work out, right? But like it's gonna be awesome. We've got like we'll use birch plywood CNC routed pieces, and let me do this. Let me isolate a couple things here.
So Bart, this is our version of the Las Vegas LED sphere. So this is a pixel sphere that we're making, and it's not a globe. We're going to call it a sphere because the globes already have sort of a product. So something called the globes are already out there for products, and this is different in what this is going to be capable of doing. It's going to be different.
Okay, so I've hidden all the other stuff. This will show you a lot. I need other parts too. It's just kind of a mess right now. Anyway, these are all going to be CNC routed parts out of like birch plywood. So right now we've calculated it to be 1/2 inch. This will be a custom 3D printed fixture that will join them all together. And again, we still have a little bit of details to go, but basically this will have screws going in through the top of this that will secure these parts here. Then we have I need to get, let's see, maybe if I do this.
Oh, so you can have some of them show up.
There we go. Maybe one more. Oh, dang it. It's never easy to do CAD while presenting. Oh, no, I can't do that. I'm trying to show you the support.
Welcome to live streaming, John. Welcome to live streaming. This is how it goes, man.
Why can't I hide
You know what's
these?
so fun? So while you're figuring that out, yesterday I was watching a guy do a stream, Jonathan Oxer. You don't know him, Gers, probably too much, but he does streams too, and he's an old Home Assistant guy for a long time. And I was watching him do some electronics stuff, and he has the same problems, the same stuff that happens to me, and is happening to you. It happened to him, so it's not just us. It's just the nature of the beast.
So here's a good example. Okay, so we're gonna have a joint here, and I need to finish designing the parts that'll support these joints right here. So we'll probably have one on either side, a block on either side that gets bolted together, and one of them will have T-nuts in it pressed into it so that we don't have to worry about holding the nut, but just you bolt that down, sandwich it in there. These joints will be a press fit. Let me isolate this guy specifically. Actually, these two. Isolate. Oh, I guess I can't. I can't isolate again. Oh well.
You can't double isolate. You can't triple stamp with double stamp.
Exactly. So you can kind of see if I outline it that it's like a T. They just kind of fit like that, and we'll get those to be, very tight fits. If not, we'll glue them together. Because I don't think we're taking this down once we get it built, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. We're not taking it apart. This is not going to be put it up and take it down. This is put it up and wheel it to different places, but not put it up and take it down. No.
We're going to need a bigger trailer.
We're going to need a bigger truck.
And then, so the next part is working on the base so that we can move it around. And DrZzs, I was thinking this would be version 2.0, is to actually make it so you can drive the whole thing.
Oh, put a motor on it and make it move?
Yeah. So you can sit inside it and drive it.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. That would be awesome.
Okay. That might be version 3 or 4, but yes. So
Yeah.
couple questions. So somebody asked how big. So it's 8-foot diameter. We're cutting off the bottom 1.5 just so it has a flat bottom, but it's 8-foot diameter. So it'll be 6.5 feet tall, 8 feet wide. Somebody else said, is there going to be an open source version for home enthusiasts with a 3D printer? I think we could, I think we should take the design and scale it down, right? So instead of being an 8-foot dome, maybe most people could do a 2-foot dome or a 4-foot dome or something like that. So yeah, I think we'll take the same principles and scale it down.
Yeah.
But for the epicness of this one, this is the one.
Yeah.
Place it at the Hobbit's house so we can find it from ISIS, from the space station. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool at the Hobbit house if it were built up on a tower so that it had the Eye of Sauron just moving around?
It's gonna have to be. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. It's gonna, like, we don't have a lot of room to store too much. So when Janice sees this thing, like, I'm not telling her about it yet. I mean, she knows a little bit, maybe, probably not very much, but she said, "Where's it gonna go?" And I was like, "Oh, right there in the backyard, in this spot." But yeah, it's gonna have to be. Anyways, that's for future us to worry about. We got all kinds of things to say. That's for future us to worry about. This is just another overdoer project. Don't ask why, just ask how. Those kinds of things. It all applies here. It might explode. All of it. It all applies.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, somebody had calculated that just the pixels alone would be about 350 pounds. Then the frame structure is going to be pretty light, in all honesty. Like, two people should be able to move the entire frame structure around, no problem. But that doesn't mean that the weight issue is not a significant and real issue. So we're going to have to take that into account. I might end up making a couple more horizontal supports. We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, it should be pretty strong. Like, that shape should be pretty strong. Those joints are going to be really important.
Yeah. And if we strap these straps, right? If we strap them tight, they will also support the whole thing, right?
Yeah, good point.
So it's going to be pretty robust. I believe that it'll be fairly strong. But, the question of getting to the interior, yeah, I
think we go from the bottom. I think we start at the bottom layer and we work our way up. Okay. Getting to when we're up at the very top, we're gonna have to like almost build something so that we can get to it. But we're gonna connect wires and stuff as we go and just drop everything all the way down into the base, and just have the base be a big box, and we'll just drop all the wires and everything down in there so that everything will be accessible from below. We will be able to take the straps off. We'll just screw those into the supports. So if we needed to like get into one specific spot, we could just take off a couple of strips and open it up and reach a couple hands in there and get to something if we really needed to. I guess there's gaps, right? There will be gaps from up there, which is great.
Yeah, we could take like the top 3 layers and make it its own manhole
like
cover.
A manhole, and then drop down in.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could, in fact, that might be the thing to do. Maybe that's even better, because then we can build the top part on the ground, and then the last thing we do is just take the top part up, connect up some wires and bolt it into place.
Yeah.
Top down. Peter says top down would be easier. Maybe it would be. I just think once you get to the last few layers at the bottom, I think you'd have a hard time unless you really are inside there. Build it so the inside is tension, or use cable holes inside to make tension, like 1/4-inch cables. Oh yeah, like a cross. Is that what you mean, Ross? Ross, we have if you go to the Discord and you go to the LED channel, there's a sub channel where we're doing all this. And the model, somebody asked about the model. The model's public, right, John? Already.
Yeah, you guys can all join it.
Yeah.
I don't want to we don't want
500 people trying to design it, but if you can take what we've got, copy it, and you can do whatever you want with it. So if you wanted, like Ross was talking about scaling it down. What's that?
But if one of you has a really burning desire to help out with all this stuff, talk to us. We can give you access to it, and you can help us out if you really wanted to. But
A 6-inch frame ladder lives in the middle. That a 6-foot ladder. That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
I was thinking kind of like a ladder, like a bunk bed ladder or something like that.
Just a straight up and down kind of thing.
Yeah, it's gonna get
Modular with
more
magnetic connectors to with a more stable core.
Okay.
Lots of good ideas. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do the best we can the first time around, and it's gonna be improved on after that. There's no way that this is not gonna be improved on. One of the things that we're really gonna need, and this is for all of you X-Lights guys, or anybody who's got the software skills. We are gonna need to be able to program it to do what we want it to do. We're going to be able to make a model in X-Lights, but we're going to need to like have an eyeball like move around, and all the stuff that the one in Vegas can do. We're going to need the image and the programming part of that. And we can do it in X-Lights. I think X-Lights can do all those things. But we have to give X-Lights the patterns and give X-Lights the video and the stuff that we want to display on this. So coming up with that might be a little bit harder. So if anybody has some skills there, because I think right now what will probably happen, we're focusing so much on the building of it that we'll probably build it and then it'll have some generic matrix kinds of display things on it at the beginning. But until it gets some traction, and until we get a dozen people out there that have them, and then everybody's going to be programming and everybody's going to be making the effects for it and stuff. So
this is going to be epic.
I'm so happy. I'm so excited about this. Like I haven't been this excited about a project in a long time.
Yeah, this is really going to be a really cool project. I can't wait to see the animations that we can create on it, like it'll just be the projects. The Las Vegas Sphere was amazing, but this will be even more so amazing because we did it, right?
Yeah. That's right. Awesome.
And when I say we, I mean the community, right? Like we're going to need, like you said, we're going to need help. There's no way we can do this on our own.
Nope. So there it is.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for letting me join.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on, John. It's actually time to end the stream. Should we end it?
Okay.
Let's end it. Let's call up the monkeys. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna leave this image up of that. That's what we'll leave up here. That's a good one. That's a good one to end on. I don't know where you went. You're at the back. You're behind a window somewhere, but we can still hear you.
Okay.
Modular is the answer. NASA is using whole numbers in the metric system to make it scalable for future generations to come. They also make things easily replicatable. Let's do things like NASA does. I like that.
Yeah. Well, except for without the price tag.
Oh yeah. Let's not. Let's go with the cheapest bidder and then overpay them. Is that how? That's the NASA method. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me call up the monkeys because I still have not figured out. I say this every week that I haven't set up my button for calling the kids up since I changed my display a long time ago. But then we'll also see that the sign off thing doesn't always work. It works from Google Home, but Alexa is not working. I'm gonna have to start getting it to do it through the chest too. We might get Gracie to come. We might not get anybody. We'll give him a minute. Maybe I'll just call him. Never mind. All right, it's just gonna be me and you.
All right.
It's gonna be me and you.
I don't know what the off is.
You don't know what the sign off. The sign off is, as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.
All right.
I said that really fast, right?
I got it. More or less.
All right. All right, here we go. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time.
Till next time.
Adios.
See you later. Have fun. I think I got it.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Close enough. Close enough for what it matters. Oh my gosh. I heard someone can build one for 2.3 billion. That's right. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks again, John, for being here. Thanks for doing all the work on this. And we'll see where we're at next week.
Yeah.
All right.
So, thanks, guys.
Okay. See ya.
See you guys.
Bye. And bye.